What is going on, guys? I am Connor Byers and I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be continuing part 3 of my $100,000 dropshipping journey. Now, if you remember the last parts, I built a logo, I found a product that works for me, I built all the branding, and today we're finally going to be building the site and putting it all together. So if you haven't already, make sure to go smash that like down there. It only takes a second and it really helps me out. And I'm giving a lot of this content to you, what a lot of people charge thousands of dollars for free, just putting it out there on YouTube. So make sure to support me if you like this content. And as I just said, we are going to be building the site today. So that means taking all these elements, taking all the branding we've been building, taking our logos, taking our graphics, and putting it all into this site that we've created. If you've been following this channel for any period of time, you probably have noticed my problems I've had with Shopify. And so I actually will not be using Shopify to build this site. I know a lot of you still might be using it, but as I say, don't go with Shopify just because it's what everybody does, because there are some other programs that are going to be better, and today I'm going to be using Wix. And I didn't really even see Wix as an option for a long time. I messed around with WooCommerce, I messed around with BigCommerce, but I realized that Wix has a pretty good platform for dropshippers, and I'm going to show you guys here how you can use Wix, and it's going to work just as well, even better for a lot of people in their situations, especially as the problems people have been having with Shopify. So hopefully this can teach you a little something. I'm gonna keep talking and let's dive right into it. Let's start building this website. Alright guys, we are now back and we are in business. So what we want to go ahead is we want to go over, as I said, my experience with Shopify has not been the best in the past 6 months, so I'd rather use something different. I don't want my store to get shut down like last challenge, so I'm going to use Wix, and I can tell you from my experience with Wix, I really like this. So I'm just going to look up Wix Dropshipping Site Builder. And they've really been starting to reach out to dropshipping. So right here, start dropshipping right here. And they've been really reaching out to them. Obviously, dropshipping has taken off in the past few years. Wix is trying to capitalize on that. And they've really built a platform that works. As I said, Shopify is obviously the more popular one, but Wix has really gotten the tools in there that they need to compete and succeed. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign up real quick. I'll cut through these screens. All right, so as we said, we're working with a completely different platform right here. Myself, my company, a startup. I'm just gonna go with myself. You could say a startup, whatever you want to do. Dropshipping. So I'm gonna create a few. So we're just gonna dive right into this. And we do want an e-commerce website, so e-commerce store. I'd like to say I'm already selling, just so they're expecting profits from my experience with Shopify. What do we sell? We sell a physical product, actually a dropship product. And we're gonna say product sourcing here, even though I'm not gonna source with them, or if you might, so we're gonna check product sourcing just so we'll have that option. But really the rest of the stuff, we did the branding, we don't need a mobile app, online ordering, sales channels. We're gonna set this all up on our own. So we don't need all this stuff right there. What is your store's annual revenue? And I want to be expecting some revenue. What I've had in the problem in the past is that when you put something that's too low and then your store starts doing higher demand, your store will go under review. And they'll start to do a bunch of checks. But if they're already expecting to have the revenue, it won't be as unusual when your store actually starts receiving it. That might have been a little complicated, but this thing here could be cool. But for now, we're gonna be choosing a template just so we can actually see like all the parts. So again, this is probably gonna be a single product store to start out with. So let me just check out this one right here because I like how it's. I mean, this is definitely appealing to a beauty crowd, and that's kind of what we want to get. Obviously, it's not built for a one-product store. I'm not sure many of these templates will be, but it's not anything we can't fix around and to our liking. Let's keep on going, though. There's a lot of offerings. Look, 14 pages. Look, Shopify for free, what do they offer? Like 3 or 4 themes. Here you have 14 pages of themes that are going to be the same price to use. You don't have to pay hundreds for those. Yeah, you know what? I'm really liking that first one. There were some other good ones I came across, but this one right here, the makeup store, really stood out to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose it for my theme right here. And all you gotta do is go in here. And the thing is, there's so much more which you're capable of using the Wix editor as opposed to Shopify, and you'll be able to see I can move anything around as much as I want to. It's pretty much just like a Photoshop document. You can think about how much power you have to change the colors, to change everything, and they make it super easy. And so I've really liked my ability to narrate around. As I said, you want to check out the mobile. Easy. Once you're on this page, you can see what it looks like a mobile. Let's just make sure this looks nice. As you can see, you can scroll through here, make everything look nice. I think this could look well as a one-product store. But to edit it, it's going to be a little bit easier to mess around with the buttons here. Text right here, edit text. Obviously, this is where we're going to want to put our font. So that's what we want to do. We start adding our branding, our favicon, which is probably the icon we used for the logo, our logo, and actually adding those images and stuff. And let me just show you real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and time lapse this when I do it, so but I'm gonna show you guys. Pexels right here, free stock photos. If you're looking to make your website look nice, search here. We're gonna be doing eye beauty. That's all I'm gonna search here. It's gonna just give me images. These obviously might be a little bit more I'm going for. I can just literally search for beauty. Find some relevant stock photos, and they're gonna be high quality, and you're gonna be able to see what their usage is good for. Boom. Nice images. Another thing, well, you might already know this, go over to Google. We're gonna go over to Google Images in a second, but let me just search eye beauty. Let's go for this. Let's go for this. Let's go for this. Back over to images. Not shopping. Tools, usage rights. Click through these. You have commercial and other licenses, Creative Commons. Creative Commons you can be use. These are focused on eye. Just go through here. You can use these images. Put them on your site. And so I'm gonna go start branding. I'm probably just gonna have time loop through this. Alright guys, I've managed to get this site in a pretty awesome working condition. I'm just going to walk you through all the elements and show you the important things that you need to think about when you're making a site. And as you guys saw, I was using the Wix builder as part from Shopify, and I'll show you what I liked about that and how it compares throughout the whole process. And a lot of this will apply to Shopify if you're still using Shopify, so that would be good. So as you can see in the site right here, what I really liked is the theme I chose with Wix was already a beauty theme, so a lot of the elements they already had I was able to just incorporate here. I think it looked already slick. I was able to use a lot of images, and then I went with a lot of images from Pixels too. So that was the other side I mentioned earlier. But anyways, as you can see right here, like you have this big thing, discover your complexion, the Lulu Optic treatment. You got the logo at the top, free shipping over 40 bucks. Got this little banner at the top. It's always good to put in here, and you have these nice high quality images. And here you can see we have our mock-ups. We have our mock-up for this product right here, all private labeled on here. Lulu Optic. That's gonna like be a big boost. There was I made this mock-up image right here. Order your Lulu today, join the community. So you can see there's a theme, the colors are all going together, and you have your logo at the top. It's all like kind of flowing to these products right here. And so I'm gonna go ahead and hit preview so I can actually interact with this a little bit. And so this right here is actually a slideshow. We have some nice images that kind of relate to the brand. And I'm gonna go ahead and take you through the pages. We have this about page where we have a little summary about the business. It all flows. We have a contact page here too. And then we also have some other pages down here for frequently asked questions. So now this looks like a complete brand. Like we have some important things. I recommend adding some of these pages. I definitely recommend adding an about page, a contact page, privacy policy, shipping and returns, and terms and conditions. And then if you want to, you can add a frequently asked questions page. Those are just going to make your brand look legit. When people are buying yours from your store, they want to see a lot of these things to make it look legit. We have a newsletter here so we can begin collecting emails too. And let's just dive into the shop real quick so I can show you the actual product. Right here is obviously the main product. The way you build the description of the product is a little bit different. You can't add images to the description, but you still do a test description and add the images up here. And they also have this little product info tab right here where you can do return information, product info, and you can make as many of these tabs as you need to. I thought that was pretty cool, able to do a discount, and then it will give you related products at the bottom. And real quick, I'm also going to show you guys the mobile view, because as I've mentioned many times, most of your customers are going to be coming on a mobile, especially, I mean, depending on what you're targeting, but even here, most of your customers are going to be mobile customers. So I'll show you the main site. See, it still looks slick. Everything works. There's no like text covered up, and it looks like there's a pretty big blurb here. Everything looks pretty slick, and that's what we like. I think this is super promotable. The images work, they show up. We have these before and afters. For a product like this, that's gonna work super well. And then eventually we'll have a chat box set up. I don't know how manned I'm gonna have it, but at least having it during like peak hours is nice, so customers can interact if we want to convince them to buy the product. As you guys probably saw on the contact page, I put the email. You can contact us. Boom. There's a contact form too. Get in touch. If you want to make it easy for your customers to interact, to make it seem like if they need to, they can. Especially with a dropshipping brand. That's definitely what you're going to want to do. Alright, so now after we've gone over the actual factors of the store, I want to dive into the components like behind the store, because there's going to be a lot of things that are going on behind here that are equally as important as the visual aspects that you see right here. But the good thing is Wix has a lot of plugins to really help with this. I mean, the first thing would be just the connection with AliExpress. So obviously you have a lot of apps on Shopify to do that, but Wix does too. It's not as advanced as Shopify is, but it still gets the job done. So that's right there. And then the second thing is, if you have a store with 2 or more products, you're gonna need to have an upsell. Upsells are gonna increase your increase the amount your customers are spending. Like right here, right, as you can see, I have the remover and I have a cream I sell with it. You don't have to buy the cream with it, but you can too. That's my upsell. When people try to check out with this, they say, hey, you might also like this product right here. And so that's the upsell, and this is just going to increase the amount of money per order, which is going to increase your revenue. The second thing I want to say is you need to have advanced cart recovery. Again, Wix also supports this. These are all feature Wix supports. I'm not going to be talking about things they don't. Shopify supports them too. You need follow up with your customers. Follow up once, twice, 3 times. Do it as many times as it will let you. You don't want to be spamming your customers, but at the same time, you want to push your customers. Like on my big business that I ran on Shopify, I don't have the statistics anymore, but you can see like, okay, I'll recover 15% of the carts with the first email, I'll cover 5% with the second email. And even if I'm only recovering 1% with that third email, what's 1% of $100,000? $1,000 more orders. I'll take that any day of the week. So you just want to keep being forward. We'll offer discounts in each of them. So the first one, 10% off. Second one, 20% off. Last one, 25% off. If you're using the margins, like I told you how to make your margins, then even 20% off, if it's not going to be a customer any other way, you're still making money on that sale. Like you could offer 30% off if you're still making money on that. Make it seem like a really ridiculous deal. And at that point, they'll take it, because these people won't be customers unless you give them the coupon. Those are my 2 big, huge recommendations there. A couple other things. You're going to want to optimize this for SEO. You want to add your favicon to the site. You want to add a description. You want listing your site on Google obviously isn't going to be your main port of customers coming in, at least at the beginning, but it does enable you to kind of have that brand appeal as you continue on here. That's going to be something I highly recommend. Let me think what else. You're going to want to add Facebook ad trackers on there. I'll talk about that in the next video. But other than that, there are other applications that are going to boost you. You can have like a sign up where you spin the wheel and get it at the beginning to get people's email off the bat. I'm sure you guys have seen these things, the wheels that pop out from the side. But other than that, those are the main things I'd recommend. You shouldn't overdo it on the plugins. There's other cool things you can do, like while you're on an item, you can have one. Here, let me go to the preview right now so I can show you. You can have one that's showing you like how many people are currently viewing the item, or how many people are showing, or like show like sales as they come in. I think these are boosters too. The one is like someone ordered a sale like 2 minutes ago, and so you say, oh, this is pretty popular. People like to follow the crowd, so if they think people are buying this, then they're gonna flock to it. So those are just my tips right there. And so now what we have our actual website, we have our product, and you might be asking what the next step is here. The very next thing I'm gonna do is, I've talked about this before, but ordering stuff from AliExpress isn't my preferred way of dropshipping. What I want to do, my preferred way, is to find an agent where I can source from AliExpress and find an agent where I can source from China and kind of leave AliExpress out of the equation, so I don't have to work with applications here. I'll just text my agent, send them the information, export it from my Wix dashboard. And this helps out because I'm going to be saving money doing it this way. If I find an agent that works out for me, I don't want to overcomplicate in this video because that's going to be the topic of the next video that I'm going to be making here. But I'm going to be doing it a little differently. That doesn't mean you guys can't use AliExpress. AliExpress is still a really great way to get started. But I'm going to talk about the whole agent process, how it's worked for me, and how it can work for you next video. But yeah, as you guys can see, we have our site. So before I like peace out of this video real quick, make sure to subscribe and like if you like this content. I'm giving you like, if this information is often saved for $1,000 courses by all the gurus. You see the ads, I'm sure, like maybe in front of this video. You see their ads, and I'm giving it to you guys for free, so I'd really appreciate it if you shared, subscribed, spread the word, and give a like in this video. It really helps me out and helps grow my channel to keep spreading content like this. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next part of this video. Peace.